All right, everyone, let me show you something that will help you a lot in terms of getting the best kind of entry. I know some of you know some of these things, and some of you don't even know how this kind of entry is. And I call it the most safest entry pattern, right? This is something I've gotten from different mentorships, and I use the ICT concept to actually come up with this kind of entry. I call it reading the market rhythm. So let me show you what that is. Now, after knowing everything about your ICT concept, your buyer's territory, your seller's territory, your breakup structure, your, shifting market structure and all those concepts, the only thing that will be remaining for you is entry. And entry is important because that will determine whether you make money in the market or you're not going to make money. And that is exactly what I want to save you from in this particular video, right? Entry is important, and that is why you really need to watch this video to the end. I actually showed somebody this kind of entry this morning, and I thought it's important for me to show everyone how to get the best rhythm of the market. A lot of people look at a fair value gap and say, okay, price is going to come to this particular fair value gap, and then once price touches this particular fair value gap, I'm going to enter the trade right here for a sell. Or let's say this, please, I want to enter the trade right from this particular fair value gap, and obviously you are not going to keep your stop loss above here. Okay, this is a very big stop loss, a very big stop loss. And that is why you need to know how the rhythm of the market is. Okay, look at this. This is almost how many pips? About 180 pips. That is too big for a stop loss. All right. So let me show you how to save yourself from getting this kind of confusion in entry. Now, this is a fair value gap. Assuming I'm just watching this trade, price is breaking below this area and coming up to this level, measuring from here to here, premium and discount. My fair value gap is at premium. I want to take trade from here. Let me show you the best way to do that. So this is it, all right? If you look at this properly, you will understand that price will either bounce from this fair value gap, or it can even reach up to this level, this particular huge blue candle, which is also known as a bearish order block. So how do I save myself from getting into trouble if I want to take this trade? So this is it. A fair value gap has three portions. All right, let me just give you a brief explanation of the anatomy of a fair value gap, and then I'll make a separate video explaining this in detail. If price touches, you see this is a very big fair value gap, this one and this place. If price just decide to touch from the first part to here, this is what ICT calls IOFED, Institutional Order Flow Entry Drill, IOFED. All right, this is what ICT call Institutional Order Flow Entry Drill. Price touches just the tip of here and then continues movement. And that is always happening when you have price moving in a very fast direction in such a way that you're not able to catch the movement or retracement. Price just touches the tip of the fair value gap and continues downward, like you can see here. Even though this one completely fills it, an institutional order flow entry drill is when price just touch the tip of the fair value gap. I'm trying to just find one I can show you, just the tip of the fair value gap, and then it quickly runs away from there. Anyway, I will show you that in a separate video. All right, so this is it. But when price reaches this half of this fair value gap, is called consequent encroachment. And then when price reaches the end to completely fill it, is called fully filled fair value gap. So these are all the parts of a fair value gap. But this is very, very corny. It's very, very corny. Where do I enter? How do I enter? Do I just take the trade from here? Now, this is where you need to understand the role of your time frame. Time frame. All right? Time frame is important to understand the role of your time frame. Looking at this is my 4-hour time frame, and I love trading looking at the daily time frame and the 4-hour time frame as my maximum higher time frame, and then I do the wonder in 1 hour time frame, 15-minute time frame, sometimes 5-minute time frame. And I will show you how to get into this trade with the surface entry model. So this is it. This is 4 hour. I will simply do something called the top-down entry model. The top-down entry model, and that is simply you dropping to the lower time frame with this particular fair value gap in your mind, dropping down to the lower time frame and see what the rhythm of the market will be. I will take out this area and I will leave just this place. The retracement is the most important aspect of this movement. I'll go to the 1 hour time frame and I will show you how this is in the 1 hour time frame. Look at this. Your retracement is going to come through this place. But as far as I'm concerned, this retracement is an uptrend, while my higher time frame, that is the 4 hour time frame, is downtrend. And whenever there is a battle between the lower time frame and the higher time frame always wins. Always wins. All right? Don't assume you know what I'm about to say. Make sure you watch what I'm trying to explain in this video. So price is actually coming, forming this kind of movement, and you're seeing it. This is it. Price reached your fair value gap that is in the 4 hour time frame. Remember, that is your big boy. That is your higher time frame. And then price actually gave you this area. Look at this. Price created this low and then this high. Where is your focus going to be after seeing that higher time frame fair value gap that is around here? Right here, somewhere around there. Okay, this area should be your point of reference. If price wants to go down, I want to read the rhythm. This is just like an athlete running. He runs from here to here. Measure this movement from here to here. This running from here to here. This is the first record this athlete keeps. Let's keep it aside. And then the next time these athletes decide to runs from here to this place. Can you see it as a very big movement? He made almost the same movement as the previous one, the first one, the second one. Now look at the third one. As he comes close to the fair value gap, and that is when you will know whether a fair value gap is strong or not. If a fair value gap is going to hold your price, you're going to see it from the momentum and the rhythm. Okay, look at the third time this guy is pushing from here to here, made just a very little movement, and that is telling you something. It's telling you something. Comparing all this, the first, second, you can see there is so much energy in this guy, and at this point the energy has diminished. All right, close to our fair value gap that is in the higher time frame, and then he created this low. Can you see this low? This is important for you to see. He created this low and then he pushed again. What is that telling you in the lower time frame? That this guy is getting tired, and this fair value gap is a strong wall that this guy may not be able to go through. How many? Can you see? These ones are stronger than this one, and this one is stronger than this. It's telling you that this guy is getting exhausted. And look at this. After that, he couldn't even break his last record. He crashed into this, and this is what we call a shift in market structure. Crashing into this area, he crashed completely into this place. You that is watching this, you should know by now, if this record couldn't be broken again, it means that this guy is tired and this fair value gap is becoming more relevant. You now see why taking trade in that 4-hour time frame is more riskier than taking time to take your trade in this 1-hour time frame. After shifting this market structure right here, market structure shift, what do you wait for? Obviously, price will fail. This guy will try to push again. He crashed below his previous record and now he will try to push again. And that push is what you will look for. You will target the maximum place this guy is going to go again from here to here. You will target the maximum place this guy is going to be, and that is when you bring in your ICT concept. I'm just trying to make this to look so simple and easy for you guys, okay? You can forgive me for using some of these terms, but I'm just trying to get the best explanation for you. Look at this. Is this not a bearish order block? Yes. Is this not a mitigation block? Bearish mitigation block? Yes. All right. Is this not a very big fair value gap? This guy. All these institutional reference points are here for you to take trades with. Okay. But how do you do this? You have a fair value gap very big. You have a mitigation block and you have an order block. And this is a lot of confluences for you. A mitigation block right here. Let me make it bigger. A mitigation block right here, a bearish order block, and a very big fair value gap. But the problem with this fair value gap is that it's at discount. And this guy will obviously beat this record at discount. He will push up. So the best thing to do is to take your trade from where? From the mitigation block and what? The order block. Somewhere around here. And where is your stop loss going to be? And where am I going to put my stop loss? Just above here. The previous record that made him to crash down completely. The previous record that made him to crash down completely. All right. So if I am putting my stop loss there, I'm actually safe. Which is how many pips? Almost 35 pips. Even as at that is too much, I'm going to show you how to reduce the risk to a lower level so you will not risk too much. How much are you risking and where is your target? Your target is obviously below here, I think, somewhere around there. Let me take out this guy so you can see it. Below this guy. This thing I'm showing you is the best way to take your trades. Your target is somewhere here, below here. This draw on liquidity is your target. How many pips is that? You're going to see this in detail. From here to here is quite a number of pips. That's about 185 pips. And it's fair enough for you to get that trade. Okay? So what did you do? You followed the rhythm of the retracement and you are watching every energy and momentum gets exhausted from this movement. Reaching this particular fair value gap. If this fair value gap is not going to hold price, hear this. If this fair value gap is not going to hold price, it will not push price to create this shift in market structure. You should know this. If an order block will not hold a price, it will not create a shift in market structure in the lower time frame. The power of different time frames. It will not hold price. It will not create that shift in market structure. And your entry is obviously going to be one of the best entry from here. And you can see in detail, this is how to take trades like a professional trader. This is how to take trade like a professional trader. It moved in your direction. So how do you now reduce your risks? If you want to further reduce your risks, it's easy. Come back here. Let's go into it again. I'm going to show you everything in detail. I'll break down it into the simplest form you're going to find right here. You see, this is not something you will get commonly on the internet. I'm just showing you how these entries are. All right. Anytime you see a point of, interest, do this and you will not get into trouble. So from 1 hour, if the risk is too much, we can drop down to the 15-minute and reduce our risks. We will still find the same thing that is happening in the 15-minute. Look at this. Pushing You're going to follow the same momentum. Now, this is it. Am I going to use the one here because there's a shift in market structure? No, you're not going to use the one here. Why? Because it is at discount. We don't do business with anything at discount, and it is not close to our fair value gap that is in the 4 hour. The only reason why we are checking this area is because this is where the 4 hour fair value gap is. This is where the 4 hour fair value gap is. This is where the 4 hour fair value gap is. All right. Until we reach that area, we are not going to focus on anything. So look at this. Please pay attention to what I'm showing you. From here to here, price pushed. And I know you will ask question, why not here? Why not here? Why not here? Some people will even call this a shift in market structure. Do you know what? You need to go and watch ICT month 1. I know some of you don't even know what exactly is a retracement. A retracement is not counted as a retracement until when you have at least, in fact, ICT even calls it 4 candles, at least 3 candlesticks that are in the same direction, taking out the low of the previous candle. This is what it means. Can you see these candles? 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at this. I make it 3. If you don't see this guy taking out the low of this, and this guy taking out the low of this, at least 3 of them, you have not gotten a retracement. Okay, so look at this. Price pushing here to here. Price, did you see price closing? How about this one? So I consider this entire movement to be one push from here to here. This is to save you. Okay, unless if you see a very massive candle, massive candlestick that completely crashes into this, you are not going to consider that as a retracement. Assuming this particular candlestick is what I saw here, I will consider this as a retracement, a very massive candlestick. But all this chunky movement, this is not a retracement to me. This guy is not a retracement. So I consider the whole movement as one movement. So this from here to here is one movement to me. So that you will not get into the confusion that this is a shift in market structure, price is coming. This is the only retracement I see. This one coming here. This is the only retracement. Okay. And then another one pushing up from here to here. So you're going to be measuring the momentum, the rhythm from here to here. Can you see? You can see this has more energy than this. All right. We are going into that. Is this a retracement? Yes, it is a retracement, guys. It has qualified to be called a retracement. And then look at the next movement. It couldn't even beat its previous record. This guy. Are you comparing them? And then a retracement came in, pushing. Now we're going to pay attention to the lows here. Once we see the lows right here taken out, is an indication that price is tired. The guy is tired. He wants to go down. So we are watching it. Another push made the same record, I think, like this, and coming. And then it finally crashed below here. Not even here. We did not crash below this lowest area, because all this I consider them. You have to know exactly what a movement is. This one is just a range that is just forming maybe inactivity in the market. You wouldn't want to consider all these lows. So this lowest level should be your area of concern. If price closes with the body of the candle below here, notice this. This did not close below. It was this guy that closed below. Okay? This did not close below. It was this guy that closed below. So this was where your market structure shift happened. This was where your market structure shift happened. I hope you're learning something here. This was where your market structure shift happened here. Even if this video is going to take an hour, I'm going to make it, because I am getting so much questions. All right. So this, and do you take trade from here, right here, this fair value gap, just because it is a fair value gap? No, you don't take trade from this fair value gap, guys. Which of these places do you take trade? You will still pick your fib level, put it here, drag it to this place, and look for an area of interest in premium because you are trying to sell. Which of these ones, this fair value gap, is your interest? Can you see a fair value gap right there? This fair value gap is your area of interest. And what makes it important than, I hope there is a fair value gap here. I hope you know there is a fair value gap right here. Very small. What makes it more important than this? It is simply because it has a bearish order block. Any fair value gap that has an order block attached to it is powerful. So price is going to target that place if it is coming back. Okay, and this is it. I hope I can explain this in further detail. I hope you can also measure the rhythm of this movement up as it is going in the lower time frame. You can go to the 5-minute time frame and see how the rhythm is going to be. Do the same thing. Watch it and see the push. If price comes close to this fair value gap, you will see it showing you signs that it is tired. And we are seeing it. It came to the fair value gap. You now see I did not just take trades in that fair value gap. I'm also watching it in the lower time frame. I can get the best entry watching this coming. Do we measure the momentum? Is this momentum still healthy? If we measure from here to here, is it healthy? Yes. How about this one? Is it healthy? Yes, it is healthy. So we will watch it. We don't just blindly take trades from a fair value gap. These things I'm showing you is not something I've just learned from ICT. Okay, now can you see? Price came. Look at the next momentum. This is a retracement, right? How about this movement? Can you compare the momentum here, the momentum here, the momentum here? It couldn't even beat its previous record. And this is where the multiple time frame analysis entry is important. I can even go down to the 1 minute and watch this retracement, so you will know how powerful the analysis is. You are not just taking trade blindly. You know exactly what you're doing as trade is happening. Okay, so this is it. You now see a shift in market structure in the 1 minute time frame. Did you see a shift in market structure? Well, let's see the candle close. Yes, the shift in market structure was here. Perfect. In 5 minutes. So from 1 hour time frame, so from 4 hour time frame, I dropped down to 1 hour time frame. From 1 hour time frame, I dropped down to the 15-minute, and now I'm in 5-minute time frame. And I had a shift in market structure here. After shifting market structure, what do I need again? Pick my fib level, put it here, and measure from here to here. Where is price going to come to? Obviously, premium, a fair value gap right here. Okay, a fair value gap right there. So look at this. If I were to enter trade, if I was satisfied with what is happening here, I will just take the trade in the 5 minute. I hope you are appreciating this video. It's very powerful. A lot of you people will love this video, I know. So this is it. Just above here is my stop loss. How many pips? From almost 40 pips to just 10 pips. As my risks. As my risks. Don't forget, as my risks. That is the power of multiple time frame analysis. All right. So you are seeing how powerful this is. Almost got stopped out. Almost. All right. So you can see that price never, let me delete this so you can see that. I almost got stopped out, and you can even take your stop loss to 15 minutes, depending on how you're seeing it. I almost got stopped out, but I was not losing hope on that particular trade. You can decide to even put it above here. I saw this as the level that price came to, and I was thinking price will not come to that area again. Price will not push above that area, and I was so sure that price may not push above that area. Taking this fair value gap in the 5 minute as my entry, and this has saved me a lot of risks, exposure. Just around From how many pips? 40 pips. I slash down 40 into 2, almost into 3, making it like this, 11 pips or maybe 10 pips. All right, you don't have to be very stingy with your stop loss, of course. So look at this. That is the logic behind entry that is best for you. Okay, so this is stopping a bit. I hope you're understanding what I'm doing in this video. Just showing you how to get the best entry, the safest, and get the best reward. I can go down to that point of, target in the 4-hour time frame, down here, right here, around here. Draw on liquidity from the body to the wick. You can put your target from there, somewhere around that place. I hope this is understandable enough. So look at this. What is the percentage now? It's just like 1:10 or 1:12 target. Very powerful, guys. Very powerful. You're going to go through this video over and over again. If you don't understand, please go through it again. I wish there is more time I can explain this in detail. I've not taken much time explaining a video like that. But I feel like I should do it so you can get the best out of it. So you keep dropping down, But in the meantime, you can obviously see that we could have entered from, even if it is the 15-minute, we could have entered here. Remember the 15-minute that we marked? We could have used the 15-minute. If you don't want to go lower than this, you can just use the 15-minute, that fair value gap I actually marked that has an order block. So your entry is going to be right at the tip of the fair value gap, since the fair value gap is small and your target is the draw on liquidity on the opposing side here. You start from the body here. The liquidity is obviously from the body right here down, and that is what ICT said. So as price is coming back, it's going to target that place. Let's see it. Price is going to target this point, and you see. All right, so price is coming back. So let's see the stop loss. How many pips? Just 31 pips, and it's even bigger. I wanted to put it right here. Okay, I think that's fair enough. That's fair enough. That's about 20 or to 25 pips as your stop loss. All right, so it's just the way of getting the best entry, minimizing risks, and getting the best thing to do. I hope this video is explanatory enough, and if you find value in this video, make sure you give this video a like. And guys, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, because the best thing that can happen to you is to get free education on the internet and use it to see that you're becoming a better trader. Thank you for watching, guys. See you in my next video.